Okay, welcome everyone. So delighted to have you here as part of our TC Club call this beautiful March 2019. Kath Bentley here joining you tonight. And I want to take you through a bit of a journey with me about stepping into that role as a team coordinator. And if you are already one, that's brilliant. I love that you're on this call as well, because what it's showing me is that you're keen to grow your skills, you're keen to develop further, and probably even to consider how to have a better team, better situation with your team. So I'm so glad that you're here. Now, for those of you who are regular webinar attendees with me, sorry guys, please jump in and type away if you've got a question. I can even unmute you if you want to have a chat, if you're challenged by certain situations or unsure. I would love if you say, can I have a chat? And we can unmute you and everyone can have a chat with you as well. But tonight is really about the basics of where we're at. So our beginning session, we always go through where we're going to find these people and how it actually all works, because not many people really understand that. So let's get started. All right, well, that's a bit of a dodgy slide. Goodness me. Okay, not our beautiful mission, of course. So improving quality of life by radically reducing chemicals in our homes. That is our mission. It is our why. It is who we are and really why we at Norwex get out of bed every day. It's our purpose for moving forward and for helping others see a better and bigger and healthier life than what they might have experienced so far. We know that there are so many chemicals out there that are creating horrendous situations for people's lives. When I used to be in the field, it wasn't so much about children on the spectrum or autism, it was more about asthma. Asthma and allergies was the big deal when I was out doing parties. But now that seems to have changed, and it's like every second child is on the spectrum somewhere. So I always come back to our lifestyle and how we're living to consider, why is this going on? I mean, the reason I got into microfiber cleaning was initially not to reduce the chemicals. I wanted my life to be easier. I hated cleaning and I wanted it to be quicker. So that's why I loved microfiber cleaning. But it was there that then my passion grew for really reducing chemicals. And the more and more stories that I heard from my customers and hosts about terrible situations with health, or even terrible situations with people mixing chemicals because they had no alternative. Well, I'm here today to tell you that we are the alternative. We are the ones that really have the opportunity to help make the change. Oh, Charlene, she's saying me too. She was the same. She got into Norwex because it was quicker and easier, and then her passion for reducing chemicals has grown. Now, when you've got a commitment to Norwex and to making that difference, what happens is you start to invite people to follow you, to be part of the journey with you, and to because you're so passionate that they want to get on the bandwagon, so to speak, or they want to be part of you and to belong to you. So it just generally happens naturally that people start to follow you. So I want you to consider that great leaders don't set out to be a leader. And in fact, they set out to make a difference. So you started with Norwex to make a difference. And whether that's based on helping people save time, health, the environment, money, or helping others, or simply your passion for the product, which I would say 98% of our people start with Norwex because they just fall in love with the product. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't stop talking about it. I'm selling it to everyone else, so I may as well go out and sell it myself, I'm selling it for everyone else, so I may as well sell it myself. So then that passion extends to others and they're like, I want to be part of this too. They get really excited about it. It's never about the role, it's always about the goal. Now, let me ask you this though, my darlings. What is the goal? What is your goal when it comes to looking at this thing called Team Coordinator? What is it that you want to achieve? What does your team look like? What do the people that you attract, what do they look like? So nobody ever wants to attract the wrong people into NOEX, as in people that just sign up for a free kit and say they'll place orders but don't. So it's always about really attracting people that do want to participate. So I want you to reflect for a moment and think about somebody that you know in NOEX. Who do you know in NOEX who inspires you? Who do you know that inspires you? So whether they're a top seller, might be your upline, might be a leader that you know of in another team, doesn't matter who they are. Who in NOEX inspires you? Who do you look at and go, oh, I think she's amazing. She does an amazing job. I really like her. So type away for me. Who do you know that you really appreciate and feel motivated and inspired and just want to get out there and make a difference because of these people? Okay. Oh, some beautiful names coming through here. So we've got Kathy Lee and Rebecca Allpass. Great, Kelly, thank you. Trina from Paula Evans, lovely. Linda P, yeah, very popular, Linda. Zelia is so motivational. Nell Quirk, yes, she's gorgeous. Brooke Tudhope, Rach Potter, absolutely. Rach and I go way back. Who else do we have? Oh, my accountability buddy, Tash Grace. Thank you, Charlene. Jen Iman and Kathy Lee. Leanne Arnold, of course. Beck Allpass and Michelle Zito. Yes, very inspiring people. Now, I want you to think for a moment, what is the quality about them that inspires you? What is the quality? Yes, Kelly, you're right. Kelly McGurk is funny and fun. Sandra Russell, Kelly McGurk, Beck Cable, love it. Thank you. So now I'm getting some qualities. I'm looking for the quality. What is it about them? Is it their attitude? Is it their willingness? Is it that they're independent? Is it that they're driven? What is the quality that really you appreciate about those people? So I'm getting genuine, friendly, approachable, encouraging, authentic, organised, that's a good one, casual approach to everything, their excitement and passion and willingness to mentor, environmentally aware and interested in health and happiness of friends and family and others, their passion, their honesty, fun, down to earth, their drive, great. Okay, pen to paper time, my darlings. I want you to jot down some of these qualities. I want you to make a list of the qualities of the people that you admire. What is it that you admire about them? Okay, so jot down supportive or passion or encouragement or helping me out, support, driven, funny, honest, down to earth, passion. What is it? The qualities? Write down 3 or 4 qualities that you like the most. Okay, I want you to write those down. And then the next task that I'm going to get you to do is when we've finished on the call, I want you to find either a post-it note or just take those qualities and I want you to stick that piece of paper on your bathroom mirror or on your desk or on your laptop or your computer, somewhere that you go often. Near the coffee maybe. No. I'm just trying to keep it a bit private. But I want you to write those qualities and I want you to have that piece of paper around you, okay? Where you see it on a regular basis, at least 2-3 times a day, okay? because they'd probably be best on the washing machine. Yes, I agree. Okay, so with those qualities, I want you to start developing, because I would guess if you're attracted to those qualities, they are the qualities of you. It's what you see in the mirror is those qualities. That's what you are looking for, okay? So when it comes to attracting new people into your team, these are the qualities that you are wanting in the people in your team. Am I right? Tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. You are wanting to attract these qualities in your team members. Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly. You're wanting to attract similar qualities so that you can go, I've got this girl Sally in my team. She's phenomenal. She's so passionate. She's a load of fun. She's a really genuine person. I love having her in my team. So I want you to attract these people into your team. But unless we stop and identify those qualities, we don't actually know what we're looking for. And that's why we end up taking people that just want to get a discount and you know, shop, but they don't shop. Do you know what I mean? You're hearing where I'm coming from? You're picking up what I'm putting down. All right, lovely. Okay, let's move along. So it's never about the role, always about the goal. So make your goal about wanting to attract the right people into your team. It's not that you're going to be picky. You're just going to task your RAS, as my good friend Tracy Wilson says. You're going to task your reticular activating system to look for these qualities in the people that will be joining your team. Now, it's like that old scenario, you know, when you're first pregnant and you go to the local shopping centre and every second woman is pregnant. Do you remember that? Or you've just bought a red Mazda and then you've just put a deposit on a red Mazda and you're going to pick it up in a week's time, and then driving down the street, all you see is red Mazdas. That's your reticular activating system at work. So the same is going to happen with these qualities. You are going to attract the people that you want in your team, the people who are going to make a difference. Excellent. Right. Keep moving, my darlings. Let's keep going. This is exciting. Let's be very clear about a team coordinator, okay, and how you get there. So currently this is you at 32% income is what you get to make. And then you invite 3 people to join your team. It can be all in one go. It can be over a period of time. But in the same calendar month, all 4 of you need to submit a 250 subtotal 8 order. So all 4 of you submit the 250 subtotal 8 order. That automatically pops you up to team coordinator. So the next month you become a team coordinator. Congratulations. You have taken the first step in the massive, fantastic career plan that we have with Norwex. And you are now a leader in training. You're a coordinator, so you get to coordinate your little group of 3 and to start down that path. Please be very aware you are totally supported on this journey. There is support from your upline. There is support from your regional salesperson. There is support all over the place. If you are challenged by this, or if you're like, help, I'm a leader, what do I do now? Then you just need to put your hand up and let us know how we, you know, what you know, that you want to have a conversation, and we will take you on the journey. Okay. So that's your first step, is team coordinator. The next step, and this is actually, it's probably one of my favourite levels, to be honest. I mean, I totally honour and appreciate our jacket leaders. They are amazing. But it's a sales leader and ESL that I really think, particularly at sales leader, that the rubber hits the road. So if you're as a TC on this call, we're going to have a look at what it takes to be a sales leader. So the rubber really hits the road because when you're a TC, let me go back one. Go back one, come on. Oh, it's going to take me that way, sorry. When you're a TC, you only get paid on your personal recruits. So if these 3 are your personal recruits, and this guy's a gun, and this girl is going gangbusters in terms of selling, you're not getting paid on her, because as a TC, you only get paid on your personals. As a sales leader, though, when you have 5 personals plus 5 others, you get paid on the next level down. So it's a golden rule with Norwex to remember. Every time you move up a level, you earn from another level down in your downline. So when you go to ESL, it's even further down here, okay? So as a sales leader, you then get a pay rise to 5%. You start earning 5% off your personals, plus you would earn 5% off their recruits, okay? So be very aware of this, and that's why it's really smart when you attract the right people into your team and you teach them how to recruit and how to onboard, that growth starts to happen. As a sales leader, all 10 can be yours, okay? All 10 of them. Because you need that minimum of 5 plus 5 others. But smart onboarding allows you to show your recruits how to bring on their recruits, okay? So that they are partiers, so that you are all moving in the same direction together. Some people will double promote if they've already got the numbers to go sales leader. Some people we have double promote through from TC or from actually sales consultant right through to sales leader. So that is possible where you have a double promotion in 1 month as well. Hey, it's rare, it's random, it's fun, but it's not a have to. Just take one step at a time. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's remind ourselves, oh, this is really good. I love this. Where you were when you first learned about Norwex. Okay, type away. Where were you when you first learned about Norwex? Were you at work? Were you at your sister-in-law's house? Were you invited to a party? Where were you when you first learned about Norwex? At work, my cousin's house, Christmas Day, at a party, online party, beautiful. Work, saw a catalogue, excellent. All right, terrific. Heavily pregnant at my cousin's house, says Paula. Online party, right, excellent, terrific. So were you excited about Norwex? Kelly says she saw the catalogue at work, but she didn't get it until she went to a party. Excellent. My mum's, her next door neighbour, was a consultant. Brilliant. Only once I saw it in action. Yes. Were you excited about Norwex? I was so excited and wanted everything. No, but when I used it, it was like, wow. Tracy's saying, yes, my glasses got the best clean of their life with the optic scarf. Jules, very excited, but didn't have the money, so booked a party. Smart lady. Trudy's like, not really. Given a dream starter kit for Christmas, but didn't know anything, of course. Lottie's saying, I am a cleaner and a client had window cloths. I was instantly in love. Yep, once I used it, says Carolyn. Excellent, terrific. Now, how did you feel when you were first invited to join Norwex? Now, let me ask you this. Were you invited to join Norwex, or did you just front up and say, yep, I want to be part of this? Catherine is telling me I was at a friend's party 9 years ago and bought my first kitchen cloth. I enjoyed it. I then saw it at a market 4 years ago, bought my second kitchen cloth and signed up to a newsletter, and from there I've loved it since. Jackie's telling me, lovely Jackie Owen, I was a host and recruited myself. There's a clue there. Renee says, I wasn't invited. I hunted down my upline. Amy says, I was invited and I was scared, but it was 12 months after my Norwex party. Leanne says, I decided to join. I was not asked. Carolyn says, I was asked at a party. Sorry, these keep coming through and they're jumping around. I was invited but doubted my ability to commit at the time. I picked my upline too, right? I asked at a party I was asked at a party but said no thanks. I was invited but doubted my ability. Thank you. Yes, I was invited to join at my own demo. Consultant, my lovely Jen M, beautiful, said I loved it so much that I should join, so I did. Excellent. Jules, saw the first join for free, wanted more products. Trudy, I was on a Facebook party. The consultant spoke about joining and I asked for more info. Lottie, I wanted it all, so decided to join. Paula, scared and thought I wouldn't be singing to a scammy thing. I wouldn't be signing to a scammy thing. So it wasn't until about 6 months later because I was selling it anyway. Decided to join after my party. Thank you, Ivana. I was invited, but it took me 12 months to say yes. Finally took the plunge 12 months after I was asked. I joined 13 months after an online party, but was only going to be a person. How many of you here, did you hear me say, weren't invited? About 50-50. I've got to say, I've got to give it due credit. About 50% of you were invited to sign up, and the other 50% were not. So that's interesting statistically, isn't it? Interesting also too, how many of you were at a party, which is the core of what we do. So when it comes to being in front of enough people with the right qualities, it all starts with your personal business. Now, many of you, all of you would know about the Fresh Start Guide, I would hope. And if you're a bit rusty on your personal business, if you're a bit like, look, I don't have as many bookings as I'd like, or, that sort of thing, then can I suggest to you that you go back to your Fresh Start Guide? Everyone has one of these, gets sent one of these when they start with Norwex. If you don't know where it is, or it's currently under a pile of dust, or it's somewhere in the recycle bin maybe, then you can download a copy from the NCO as well. So there's one in there under trainings, I think. I'd have to go and have a good look for you. But the the 5-step guide is really back to basics about how you get started. And it's really quite easy, great to read, excellent booking seeds, fabulous recruiting seeds in there. So really, I need you to spend some time this week getting out your diary or your planner, getting out your highlighter and highlighting when you want to party. And then I need you to spend some time on the phone contacting people and saying, hey, look, we did a party 2 years ago. We've got a heap of new products since then. I'd love to show you and the girls the new products. How about we book a date before Easter? I don't mind if you don't get it in March. Get it in before Easter, So I really want you to focus on getting those bookings in because this is where it all begins. You need to be doing those 4 parties a month as your minimum in order to be able to grow a team. And I'll show you why in just a second. So your personal business is where it happens. And it all starts with the party. So you need to get those parties in your diary to get in front of enough people to start talking about booking, selling, and our conversation tonight, recruiting. So if your personal business isn't where you want it to be, that is your homework. Highlight the dates that you want to party, get on the phone and start booking in some parties. Make it happen for you. We've just launched Safe Haven 5. Oh my goodness, if anyone's on here and has done a Safe Haven 5, I would love to hear about it. The feedback that I'm getting on Safe Haven 5s is just fantastic, where you simply do a party of the Safe Haven 5 products. So that is Enviro, window, dust, elbow grease, I was going to say, cleaning paste and laundry powder. And the mop, you do the mop as well. But I'm getting brilliant feedback on it. So it's another great reason for you to pick up the phone to people and say, hey, do you know what? I've got this fantastic new party that I'm doing. I talk for 30 minutes and then the rest of the time we just get to hang out and talk about Norwex any way that you like. It's fast, it's fun and easy. Thank you, Paula. Paula's done a Safe Haven 5. People love how quick it is. And do you know what? I'm getting this more and more. People are saying, yeah, I'll book because this was so quick. That is the reason people are booking so easily, is because they get to see it so quickly. All right. So it needs to start at your party. So make those parties happen. Now, have you got a pen in your hand? Here is a question for you. Have you got a pen in your hand? Yes, no doubt. You're telling me yes. Now, I want you to try to put that pen in your opposite hand. Okay, can you do that? Try to put your pen in the opposite hand. Did you try and do it, or did you just do it? That's right. You just did it. Don't try to get parties, just get parties. Seriously, guys. Don't try, just do. Okay? Right, all right. Coming back, I've got a few comments here. Did my first Safe Haven 5. It was so quick and punchy, my beautiful Belinda. Jules, backtrack. I do wish I was invited to join. Thanks for backtracking us, Jules. I appreciate that. I would have scored the party starter kit for free if I had been explained how it works, rather than the join for free, taking all my intention. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Paula Evans has come back again about the Safe Haven 5. She said that they love how quick and easy it is, and they still spend as much. Brilliant. Amy's doing Safe Haven 5 on Saturday. Well done, you. I'm looking forward to you letting us know next Monday night that you've got 2 or 3 bookings from that, Amy. I look forward to your success, honey. So you don't try to put your pen in the other hand. You just do it. Same with bookings. Just do it. Don't beat yourself around the head about, I'm going to try. Seriously, my darlings, I have been in your shoes. What I want you to simply do is make the list of people you're going to contact and get on and do it. Gunning for 3 bookings. My host wants them off. You are a legend, Amy Foley. I'm very proud of you. All right, let's build your month party by the numbers. Okay. Now, I know many of you have heard, or all of you have heard, of us talk about 2 + 2 + 2, okay? I don't think many of us engage with it because we don't believe it's possible. Am I right? We don't believe it's possible to get 2 bookings and to have 2 recruiting conversations at each party. It's okay. Don't be shy. If that's you, if you're like, yeah, no, I just don't think that's realistic, Kath. Okay, that's okay. The thing about 422 is when you actually engage with it in your head, thank you, Charlene, you need to understand what it will deliver. Now, I think, Naomi's saying she feels that that's her problem. I don't believe I can do it. I think, sweet, when you pick up Safe Haven 5, like to me, it's a bit of a game changer, as it's really changing the way, the lie of the land of our business and our parties. And to get 2 bookings from a Safe Haven 5 is very easy. And I think what you've just told me though too, Naomi, is I don't believe I can do it. And that's most of us. We look at that and go, yeah, no, that might be my upline. She could do that, but no, it's not me. Come back to your qualities. What are you looking for in those people that you want to attract into your business? And what are those qualities that you're looking at in you that you already have? Believe that you have the solution for others. Believe that the bookings are there. I'm sorry, I know I'm an old hand at this, but I can just start talking to people and people end up saying to me, oh, I'd love to get to know more about that product. How do I get my hands on it? Boom, booked. I can easily do that. So it's that belief in your product, that faith in your product, that saying curious conversations like, oh, it's an oldie but a goodie. I was at a function yesterday at a girlfriend's birthday, and these people said, oh, what do you do? And I said, oh, well, actually, I teach domestic goddesses how to build their own empire. And they're like, oh, what? What's that? And I go, well, we have these amazing products. And as soon as I started to say party plan, I lost them, like it's, trying to explain. And then I said, but, with our products, I love that I can clean my bathroom in 10 minutes with 1 glass of water and a couple of cloths. Oh, that had them back in. The husband said, oh my gosh, really? Tell me more. It's those sorts of things that you can do that you will see how easily you can book people. So Safe Haven 5 is easy as 1, 2, 3. $123. Great. I love that, Jules. Okay, so believe that you can get the bookings, that they are there, that people will want to party with you. And the recruiting conversations is purely practice. Now, of the 50% of us on this call, half of us were invited to join Norwex. The other half were not. Self-joined, or maybe the consultant alluded to it. But so be very aware of that and be purposeful in your conversations. So let's look at it. 4 parties, 10 guests, around about, okay? So it's 40 people per month. 2 new bookings from each party, so that's 8 host packs, okay? 2 recruiting conversations, well, there's 8 opportunities there as well. So if you were to look at it, when you know, now get your pen ready because I don't have a slide for this, 1 in 4 hosts will join when asked. 1 in 4 hosts will join when asked. Okay, so if you're doing 4 parties per month and you're asking every one of your hosts to join, one of them is going to say yes, statistically. And then when you're booking all these extra parties and they look at you, particularly doing an easy thing like a Safe Haven 5, then those people are thinking about joining as well. And then when you consider the 40 people that you're in front of, all those guests, and you might think, yes, but half of those would be outside orders. Well, I'm sorry, my lovely, they are a phone call. Every outside order should be a phone call. I'm not going to say should. Every outside order is a phone call to offer to get those products for free so that you can book them, meet them, and help them build their Norwex Safe Haven. All right, so that is why we believe in 422. Follow up on 8 opportunity brochures also gets you 1 recruiting interview. Okay, be generous with those flyers and don't just put them in people's deliveries. They're not going to read them. You need to be a consultant, not a checkout chick at your parties. So when you do a party, whether it's a Safe Haven 5, a Pamper, whatever, try to remove yourself a little bit from the group and say, I'm just going to sit over here. When you're ready to come and have a chat, I'll be more than happy to help you out. And that then gives you the chance to actually consult with people rather than just collecting their order forms during the party. Do you know what I mean? Don't be a checkout chick. You're worth more than that. I mean, no offense to checkout chicks, but your business is worth more than that. So be a consultant and consult. And they say, oh, yeah, I'm just going to get the Enviro and the window cloth. Oh, that's great. Let me show you where there's some great value here for you in the kits and how we can get you a great deal. My first question would be, would you like to get those for free? Have you considered having one of these yourself? And then my next question would be, you're looking for any additional income? You seemed really quite excited during the party. I've got some information here. Would you like to take it home and have a read? They're going to go, their first response. Now, remember what yours would have been. Oh, no, thanks. Aren't they? They're going to go, no, I'm fine. Look, take this brochure, have a little read, and when I do your party or when I see you again, we can have a chat, or I can follow you up, or please be proactive about this. All right. So where do you recruit? 4 parties, 8 guests, 32 people reached just by, my statistics are a bit out. Recruiting seeds. Okay, I love these about Norwex. Now, remember we said before, one of the key reasons that people join Norwex is because they love the product. How many of you here thought about the income? Let me know. Did you think about the income as, well, I love the products, and if I could make some money, that'd be good too. Or were you driven by the income? You're like, 32%? Man, I'm in. Okay, so I want you to consider that. I would say most of us, like I said, 98% of us join because we love the product. But did the income come into play when you thought about it? So, Jackie, you were quick off the mark there. Love, saw the business opportunity right from the start. Lottie, income was a big driver for me. Love it. Vicky, first product first, and the income was a great incentive. Okay, excellent. So that is what you need to consider. Love the products, but the income was a great help as I didn't want to go back to work after having my 3rd baby. Hello, that is gold. A little bit, says Kelly, but more so to save people from nasty chemicals, but happy to make extra income too. Excellent. Ivana, products and income. Tracy, love the product, was looking for a fun way to earn money. Good for you. Charlene, the income wasn't a big deal at the time, but I must say I do love seeing my bank account. Good girl. And I know how much your girls love dancing, Charlene, and that costs a pretty penny. And I've no doubt that your Norwex helps out with that. Love the products first, and the income pushed me over the line for Renee. Yes, dancing costs a lot. Yes, I just joined for free products and the challenge, says Helen. Later, the mission and the income became more important. I just wanted to get out of the house. Ha ha. And I love Norwex. Paula, that's a great example of how many women want to be independent in terms of having adults to talk to and their own sort of thing, their own hustle, their own gig, if you like. A lot of women are looking for that as well. So really consider when it comes to your recruiting seeds, just about, no problem, Barb, thanks for letting me know, just about where you're going to position your recruiting. And even, Charlene, it's a great one for you to say, 2 girls, gorgeous girls, love to dance, cost me a bomb, that's where my Norwex comes in. That speaks volumes. I've got another leader. Her son wanted to go, at his school is a special soccer academy, and it costs them a bit of money, but that's why she Norwexes. These stories are what drives other people as well. So please be proud to share that at your parties. Get up there and say, hi, look, my name's Charlene. I'm so excited to be here and to do your party tonight for you, Sally. Now, Sally, why did you decide to book a party? Sally says, oh, I want the mop, or whatever she says. That's great. Look, you're going to love it. I remember when I first started with Norwex, I just fell in love with the product, and I know you all will fall in love with the products too. But now I also love the income. It pays for my girls' dancing lessons. Hey, but enough about that. Let's talk about the products and how much you're going to love them. Then the mission. How many of us have joined and then engaged with the mission? And really, in our Safe Haven 5, if you look at the video that would have come out in an email, the mission is what gets missed, I think, at our current parties, not our Safe Haven 5s. Safe Haven 5 allows you to talk about the mission more. And so think about the people that you know that are driven by environment. You see them post on Facebook, about plastics in the ocean or health or healthier living, or, think about those people as well who are mission focused. And the flexible schedule, amazing. Like to go out and do 2-3 parties a week and not have to go back to a 9-to-5er. That is gold for any mother, where you have that flexibility around your family that you don't. And that was me. I did 2-3 parties a week. I ran a big team, and I never considered myself a working mother. At my children's primary school, I used to do reading. Oh, that drove me nuts. I didn't have the patience for that, so I was not very good at that. But I ran the fake committee. I went on excursions. I went on school camps. Because I could. So think about the gift that keeps on giving, and these are the recruiting seeds that you need to be dropping. They're what you need to be sharing with others. But I come back to another point of mine though, guys, and that is questions are the answer. How do you know what someone is going through unless you ask them questions? How do you know if, she's just had her 3rd baby? This is a person who fronts up at a party and you just hear through the conversation, or you don't even know unless you say to her, oh, so Susie, how do you know the host? And Susie goes, oh, well, we're actually, our first kids were in mother's group together. I've just had my 3rd and, oh, wow, you've had your 3rd. Wow, that's fantastic. That's so exciting. You get to know them. So it's about having conversations and getting to know people. Flexibility is the best. No worrying about who can have the kids in the school holidays. To walk down the overwhelming cleaning aisle at the supermarket is gold. Not to have to walk down. Thank you, Jules. Love the mission, says Kelly. Running the canteen, says Charlene. See, present in her children's lives, and they get to see that, So imagine the gift that you can give others through Norwex, the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, so clarity comes from taking action. Now, I'm sure before you did your first party, you're like, I don't know how it's going to go. I've downloaded and read every every item that I possibly can off the GEMS website or the Legacy website or wherever you've been. Impact, whichever team you're in, everything off the NCO. I've printed it, sent it all to my husband. He printed it all at work, but I still don't know how my party's going to go. But I bet what you did find is the more you did them, the easier they got. The more you understood the flow of a party, the more you understood what people were looking for or how to deliver on kits or how to talk about bookings and how to talk about recruiting. And the same goes for having recruiting conversations. Now, I want you to consider practicing that on some people that you already know, okay? So whether it's your best friend, whether it's your accountability buddy like Charlene's got with Tash, whether it's somebody that you can practice, your sister, your mum, have a conversation, say, hey, can I have a chat with you about Norwex? And I want you to start with questions. So if I said to you, you know, what is your favourite thing about Norwex? Oh, well, I love the products. That window cloth's amazing, blah, 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 blah. Fantastic. What if I said to you, you could make an income out of being part of Norwex? Oh, well, how do I do that? Oh, well, you know, just practice what you want to do. So please be aware of that clarity comes with action. So Kelly's telling me, yes, we just need to get out and do it. Absolutely, honey. Leanne, I get to go away with my eldest when she plays rep soccer. I also can take my son to his appointments to the Royal Children's Hospital, which is 3 hours from home. That is exactly right, Leanne. You have that flexibility. You couldn't do that on a 9 to 5. Kelly is saying, oh, I love the idea of practicing the recruiting conversation. So get in the groove of it. There's lots of resources out there. There's lots of podcasts and there's lots of write-ups about recruiting. But more than anything, easily just go back to your 5 steps of starting with your Fresh Start guide, and there's your answer. In that very first couple of pages is the success, My Success program. My Success, oh goodness, it's not coming to mind. Sorry, guys. Have I got one handy? No. But the questions are there. You simply use those to help you to know what questions to ask. We are so blessed with so many training resources and lots of free webinars. We are, Belinda. And there's a woman who knows, because she's been part of many direct selling businesses and so knows she's gold and she knows what the value of Norwex gives you. Here, I've just found a 5-step guide and it's in on page 6 and it's called My Success Promise. Oh, so with the income from Norwex, what would you plan to do with it? Oh, great. In order to achieve that income, how many hours a week could you give to Norwex? So if I was to say to you about parties, how many parties a week would you like to do? Seriously, guys, just use the information that's there. Yes, Tash, that's a great idea. She goes, I'm going to use it again. So here we go. 3 people you would choose to be in business with and why. So who are the 3? Think of the power of me and 3, okay? Because this is where it's going to take you to TC and above, okay? So the power of me and 3. Who are 3 people that you know that you would love to be in business with? You might say, oh, my girlfriend Sandy, she's fabulous. She's loads of fun. She's always ready for a laugh and really entertaining. I think she'd be great at this because she's a lot of fun, all right? Then you might think, oh, then there's my girlfriend Ange. She's really stylish, very well put together and speaks beautifully. I think she's always looking for a coin, you know, a great way to make an income. So I think she would be great. Then there's my girlfriend Chris. She's quite driven as well and she loves to travel. So I think this would appeal to her. Or you might think, oh, there's my girlfriend Sue. She does work full time though. Okay, don't let that stop you. She does work full time, okay? She might be able to then consider where Norwex can fit into her life. Her 2 children have just finished school. One's at uni, one's finished uni actually. And so she probably has more time and she loves the product. Never prejudge. The fact that they have a full-time job. Do you know, when I was had my team, I had a rookie of the year. She was a young Filipino woman, married with a little boy, and she achieved the trip. And I said to her, why do you do this? Like, I knew she wanted the income. She was really driven when I first met her. But I said, why do you work so hard at this? And she said, you know what, Kath? We've just built a house. That house is $500,000. When we turn the key in that lock, we want to own half of it. That was her drive. Do you know what she did for a living? She was the chief electrical engineer at Mack Trucks. Chief electrical engineer at Mack Trucks. Like, that would have been good coin, well over 100,000, but she was determined to make her business shine so she could own half that house. So there you go. So don't discount people. Kelly, exactly. Yes, I signed up when working full time. There you go. And Tash, it sounds like me, she says. Yep, you work just about full time. I think you work full time. So think about where Norwex can fit. Don't prejudge. So who are those 3 people that you can think of in your life? Is it a young mum, or is it a mum of a young one that, again, might not want to go back to the 9 to 5? And I really find that women of that who are in that season are looking for a new gig, are looking for something different. It was definitely me. It was my reason to leave my stressful job and to do something else besides that 9 to 5 grind. Lottie says, I find it hard to get bookings as I live in a tiny little town. It's the same people come to all the parties, so even harder to recruit any. Lottie, I want you to consider, sweet, first of all, to have a look online, whether you could do this online with our new launching of Squee. And if you're not sure, there's plenty of pages, Facebook pages that you could get some information from. It will really help you broaden your horizons on how you party, okay? The other thing you might want to consider is how you can how far away the nearest town is, the next town is, and whether you could line up to do 2 or 3 parties in one day in that next town, so that you can start to build and recruit out that way. Excellent, Belinda Hunt. My first step into leadership was inviting my best friend on the journey with me. And look at you both, gold, both of you at Leaders Conference in Byron Bay, having a fabulous time and really knowing that you're making a difference. Excellent. Thank you, Lottie. So think of 3 people. Now, they might even be hosts of yours, people that you have loved to party with and done great parties with them. And so go back to your hosts and have a conversation with them. So be very aware of who these 3 people are. Okay, so who do you know? Who's looking for income? Who's a change maker? Who hates their job? All right, let me take that one, down a little bit. Now, income. This is what we've talked about before. Passion for the product. Look, lots of people have got that. So then you need to be asking everyone. Seriously, guys, everyone. Do they want an environment window cloth? Yes. Do they want more than that, we know that. Do they want to have a party? Do they want to look at having a business? Do you know? So who is looking for extra income? Particularly when you share that on average an OX consultant will earn $200 per party. That might not be you yet, or that might be way less than what you earn per party. Do you know? So give them the average. On average, a consultant will earn around $200 per party. Who's a change maker? Who do you know on Facebook or just in life who is somebody who does make a difference? Who I've got a couple of friends that post about very social issues, you know, genuinely caring for others, like people who do things like, you know, the handbag situation where you collect sanitary items and shampoo and conditioner and put them in a handbag and you gift it to people that are struggling. People that make those sorts of differences that you know. Who do you know? Who's posting about the environment? Who is posting about plastics in the ocean and awareness? And they are great people to talk to as well. Who hates their job? Oh my goodness, who was it got up at conference? Rianne Borowitz got up at Leaders Conference. Top leader, Rianne, amazing woman, always in the top 10 for sales. And she worked as an early childhood educator, so she had a degree. So she worked in a childcare centre. She had 2 children herself. She was working 3 days a week and she hated it. She hated it. She was always away from her children, never enough money to make ends meet, but she was bubbly and bright and fun, and nobody would have ever have known that she hated her job. And yet here was an opportunity for her and she grabbed it. And now she is a top selling consultant, strong business, always goes on the trip, all of that. Now, you never know who hates their job until you have a conversation. So who do you know that's like that? Oh, there you go, Amy. She's saying, I didn't want to go back to childcare either. I love Norwex for that. Now, here's a good statistic. Did you know that 80% of women have thought, oh, good spelling, Catherine, thought about having their own business? 80% have thought about having their own business. I know my sister's one of them, definitely one of them. She does Reiki and kinesiology, but she's caught in a 9-to-5 grind. Do you know? Would love to have her own business. Who else do you know that would love to have their own business? The freedom of choice, the freedom of running their own show. Okay, I've got some homework for you. I want you to talk to 3 people this week about Norwex and what Norwex has to offer. I want you to talk about the bigger picture, not just the 32% discount. If those words come tumbling out of your mouth, think of me and me with my finger in front of me, waving my finger at you, okay? Because I want you to talk about 32% income. All right, good. So talk about the bigger picture of the difference that we make. How many customers do you have that have come up to you at parties and said, oh, do you know what? Since I started using Norwex, my son has used his puffer once. That's a massive change for us. Or since we started using Norwex, my child's eczema has vastly reduced. Since I started using Norwex, I can't stop cleaning because I love it so much. All of these stories are the bigger picture because you're saving people time. You're saving their health. People that say to you, oh, I don't go down the cleaning aisle anymore. I don't need to. I've got my Norwex. You're saving them money. Talk about the bigger picture and help them to see how they can be part of something bigger. All right? So that is your homework for this week. Now, I love Simon Sinek. If any of you have heard of TED Talks, you will know this guy. If you don't, go and Google him. He has great talks. Now, I just love this particular quote. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That is what they buy, not what you do. I clean showers for a living. They're why you do it. Well, actually, I don't clean showers for a living. I change the environment. I help people build a safer haven. Okay? All right, my darlings, I'm going to convert this to a recording and email it out to everyone. I thank you for joining me on the call. I look forward to hearing about your homework next week, next Monday night. And I've had people answering me on here. Debbie Hurt. Yep. Thanks, Deb. So please, I look forward to your homework and I look forward to you joining me next Monday night. Thank you, my darlings. Love you all. Very helpful. My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. We'll talk to you next week. Have a sensational week. Make it work for you and have those conversations. All right. Bye, everybody. Enjoy.